To tell you what's up, guys, what is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. Just got off the scene the second leg of the quarterfinals, and disappointed, very disappointed. I believe it or not, I was hoping that they were going to face off Real Madrid, Arsenal. I was really hoping that. You're probably thinking, why would you want that? Just because something new. I wasn't around or wasn't watching that much football in 2010, so I don't share that same sentiment that people got what they wanted with Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. But yeah, I want to see something different. Just at the Bernabeu, Arsenal and Emirates, Real Madrid, at the Emirates. Didn't get that, and hoping also, crossing my fingers. This was just me wishful thinking that maybe perhaps that Arsenal were going to play the way they played against Manchester City the last time that they played. Arteta completely stopped Guardiola, so if they could do that against City, why wouldn't they be able to do that against Real Madrid had they qualified and gotten through? But and then just playing the way they've been playing sometimes, or last season, not even this season. Those consistent games where they're just flying. They're flying. Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, they're just on fire, and they could do no wrong though. Those counterattacks, that great defense that they have. Maybe that was going to show up, and I was hoping that was going to show up in this game as well. I thought, playing even in Munich, things were going to be different. They were going to turn it up. They were going to show up. And they decided not to show up. They decided not to show up at all. Arsenal were nowhere near what they're used to playing at all. It's just vexing this team that you don't know what kind of Arsenal you're gonna get. When you wake up and you don't know who is gonna play there, who's gonna show up, who's gonna show up at the game. God, there was nothing for Arsenal, nothing. The only thing, and that could have probably changed the course of the game, was Martinelli. The Odegaard pass, really good pass, and he had so much time. I mean, he could have stopped, he could have waved, he could have texted, he could have waved at his kids if he has any, his parents. Dude, he could have written a poem there. Just he had so much time to be able to say left or right. Where do I want to put this ball at? Just rushed it and ended up just screwing it up. Like that's the whole game for Arsenal. It was just screwing the whole match up. Not doing anything. Nothing. There was nothing to show in this game. Was it the lack of experience and the experience, as people were saying, with Bayern Munich winning? Yes, maybe. I mean, here's one thing. I do believe that this is a good campaign for a team that hasn't been in the Champions League for such a long time. So good on Arteta for that. Yeah, and it takes a long time. How long has he been as a coach? What, he's going on his 5th, 6th year or something like that? It takes time. So were you expecting them to make to the semis? I mean, I didn't even think they should have gotten to the quarterfinals. I was surprised to see them in the quarterfinals. So this is something good. But it's not. It's devastating when you're thinking, yeah, we're gonna go far in the Champions League. I'm sure some people were thinking that they're gonna win the Champions League, which is absurd. We're gonna win the Premier League. Come on, with a team like City, absolutely not. That's not gonna happen. Even though you're playing well, but look at the way City's playing. That's what I've been saying all season and last season too. Why are they so hopeful that they're gonna beat this team that's pretty much the best team in the world at the moment? It's good. It's a win. It's a win for Arsenal. They were just completely lost. They didn't do anything except, like I said, Martinelli had like maybe the best chances. He had another one where he was combining with somebody in the area and he was trying to squeeze himself into the goal. Nothing happened. Bukayo Saka was just stop with Bukayo Saka, man. You guys are gonna realize it when he's like in his 30s. I think that we pretty much wasted time with Bukayo Saka. Get somebody else, have him as a replacement. He make a great sub. Fresh legs coming in, he make a fantastic sub, but he's not a starter. Stop banking on Bukayo Saka. And I just can't believe that this guy is in the national team. That just shows that England doesn't have wingers, and I know they do. But for some reason, they prefer this guy. Yes, I know for Arsenal, he's scoring goals and he plays well every once in a while. But in this game, it was the same thing every single time. Going back, yeah, he had 2 players marking him. But my God, you can get a corner, you can get the ball deflecting, and that would even make it harder for Neuer from a center. But every single time, going back. Exceptionally well. Did Bayern play exceptionally well? They did their job. They closed them off in the middle. There was no passes that they could get through. And then, I mean, Kimmich, the goal scorer, he did well. Musiala was awesome. Guerrero with the centers, he was fantastic. Sane, I mean, he was pretty much just going anytime he wanted to, getting past Tomiyasu. Goretzka was another one that played well. The only one that didn't show up that much was Kane. Goretzka almost had a goal hitting the crossbar. The best team qualified. It's just really vexing and aggravating that Arsenal, playing against a Bayern Munich side that hasn't been good in probably their worst side in recent years, ends up losing. ends up losing against this Bayern Munich. It's very upsetting. Very upsetting. And I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but it was just very upsetting because they had it in the bag. They had it for the taking. And sometimes this team plays exceptionally well, and other times like now it's like there was nothing. They had no idea. They had no clue. No clue what to do. Anyways, guys, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.